Oh, damn. What's up? What's up? Yo. Is it just me or is this a different looking game? What is going on, guys? I am back on the PoE 1 circuit. And I've already been testing a bit of stuff behind the scenes. Figured I'd bring you guys along for the ride today, this evening. It's a tricky one. Currently looking at Ice Strike as a potential league starter. A very feel-good bow skill. Unfortunately gets shadowed pretty hard by either Lightning Arrow or Elemental of the Spectrum, normally. For the first time trying this Ice Strike of Penetration. Actually, I want it. How necessary is that Herald of Ice business? It doesn't matter much, does it? For Claire's sake, not needed, I think. Good intel. Warden. I mean, I'm not getting away from this ascendancy, I don't think. I'm looking at potentially Tincture start. That's what I've been working on today and yesterday more than anything is. There's upside and downside to both. Currently, what I'm showing you guys is probably the closest representation to the inspired learning, double inspired learning setup from Elemental of the Spectrum warped into a fizz to cold conversion ice shop build. If all that makes sense. Path building links for you guys. The setup with let's see, the setup with Avatar of the Wilds and all the oaths is a little awkward because with Elemental of the Spectrum, I can conveniently put in Purity of Elements. With this version, I really need to have Hatred. Like, Hatred is actually pretty important as an aura, which means I kind of got to lose Purity of Elements, which I can drop Herald of Ice instead, but then I can't actually get enough mana without going Sovereignty. I can't do that if I want to use Elemental Weakness and Sniper's Mark. I'm pretty sure Sniper's Mark is... Sniper's Mark... How does Sniper's Mark interact with Fury Valve anyway? It's not like a redundant thing, is it? Actually, I guess it kind of is. You know, I guess I don't really need Sniper's Mark. Not as much. Might drop it. If I can get Sovereignty on the Amulet instead of Whispers of Doom, then I can drop Herald of Ice and drop the Ancestral Vision, which is something that's kind of making it less starter friendly. Talking about this bad boy right here. It's kind of annoying to have to include this in a starter build. Let me show you guys a map though, before we go further. Can't do reflect at all. Don't want to do... There's actually a lot of mods that are annoying with these builds. That's one of the weaknesses of them. Say simple like Legion and Go setup. Oh, you can get +1. Yeah, +1. Yeah, Whispers of Doom. Yeah, not starter friendly still. Sovereignty is really strong, not just for the mana, but for the aura effect too. It's actually quite good there. It's kind of meant to be like Magic Find setup as well. Okay, that was with no avatar. This thing hits almost as hard as Elemental hits Spectrum single target. If I'm not using that helmet. What's that helmet again? Fledgling. So the goal here is that this version of the build would actually be better for legions than Elemental of the Spectrum. Because of all the split action. Oh, and also the AoE is actually a lot bigger. The attack speed's slower, which hurts a little bit. But the AoE is like twice as big or something. Which actually allows it to extend into other enemies on legions. One of the annoying things with Elemental of the Spectrum and Legion is that its AoE is actually too small to extend to it. Could be great as a Legion, or as a boxes, T17 boxes farmer. Be pretty good at it. Same for day 3. No, it's day 2, not day 3. Day 1 if you're like pro plays or something. This in the hands of pro plays would be a day 1 build for T17 farming. This is a transfigured variant. We're going to be spending a lot of time in game and on this screen as well. So I gave you guys a path of building. It's got the entire build basically, just updating the Elemental of the Spectrum full guide POB more or less. One thing that's really interesting is I've made this a legit Magic Find starter. This is 200% Magic Find while Legion Dune's farming. It's very viable gear for early. I've gotten this down to roughly a 10 to 15 divine budget. Which, you know, again, if you reach tier 16 farming by the end of day 1, this is absolutely day 2 viable. Even the bow is pretty easy. I'm thinking about doing metacrafted bow. I don't think it'd be that hard to get this, something like this. Nah, I'm not going to be testing Lightning Arrow. I'm not that interested in Lightning Arrow. I feel like if you want to do Lightning Arrow, you might not with Warden. The reason why is because Warden, I'm keying in on Oath of Winter. And then, you know, Oath of Spring is like anti-synergetic with Lightning Arrow. Like overkill. Lightning Arrow's big thing is being able to get maximum shock effect easily. That's his claim to fame. So the whole thing, the whole reasoning for Ice Shot is the use of, just pull up here, the use of Heat Shiver. So you actually do like Fizz to cold conversion, then you get like full cold as extra fire. You get like guaranteed every enemy always frozen off of Oath of Winter. So you get automatically max chill. So it's like the most reliable full buffed Heat Shiver you can possibly imagine. So yeah, aren't tamings 4 div? No, they're like 1 div on. They're like 1 div at random rolls. If you're looking at 4 div, you're looking at perfectly rolled taming. You can go back and check the keepers. You can check the keepers day 1 price of the taming. It's like 80 chaos day 1, 100 chaos day 2, and then it's like, or no, it's like 80. It's like 85 chaos day 1. That's a randomly rolled, like a garbage rolled taming, and then like day 2, it's all the way down to like 30, 40 C, and then it's like 20, 10, 20 C or something like that on day 3. Now, like all perfect or almost perfect rolled tamings are worth way more, but I'm using literally mid-tier tamings here with no catalyst, like exactly down the middle, so they'll be very cheap. Lionized Paws. Don't currently have them in right now for the Ice Shot build, and the main reason for that is because I have to get Fizz damages extra lightning somewhere, or flat lightning somewhere, in order to actually be able to shock with Ice Shot. It's just kind of annoying. So if we go down here, we see the shock effect with buffs up. It's exactly 5%, which is the min threshold. So even without buffs up, I'm fine. I still got 50% as extra, or 50% extra effect of shock with crits, which that doesn't register in this calculation. So that's good, almost certainly even on pinnacles. Have that. Somebody asked early 10 to 15 really 6-link Heries and Spine with double inspired. Oh, sorry. The double inspired learning is not 10 to 15. Yeah, my bad. Inspired learning is yeah, if you don't count those. I mean, I'm looking at this in terms of like bossing POB, so it wouldn't matter either anyway. But yeah, inspired learning these days are pretty expensive. You would obviously want them if you were farming in maps, legions, and stuff. But at least in terms of critiquing the POB at a pinnacle bossing or T17 bossing level, it's meaningless. The goal is to ramp it up, make it viable for T17 boss farming, fortress boss farming anyway, while also being like its strength. It's meant to be a Legion Dunes farmer, but can also do like boxes on T17s without Headhunter even. The Warden is absolutely capable of it. I think I'm going to tweak a couple things, and then I'll show you guys a T17. Bossing clear. Ice Shot, I think it's a little worse, but with Elemental of the Spectrum, it's like a breeze. So Ice Shot, this version of Ice Shot would be a bit better at the like Legion Dunes farming, but a bit worse at the T17 or Pinnacle boss farming. Fizz's extra lightning is Corrupted Quiver. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that would actually be fairly easy to get. Could get flat lightning too. I really want to stay away from any corrupted uniques modifiers on a starter build though. Unbound avatar uptime, it's 50 to 60% uptime. The 6-link Heries Ire is only like 2 or 3 div, I think, at the start. This is a very unpopular item nowadays. Yeah, it's 3 div ish. If you had a really, really well rolled one, it would be worth more though. But it's like mid roll. I'm a little sketchy on this spine bow. I don't know what it's gonna be like. Like, people have been insanely surprised at how easy it has been to get excellently rolled bows the past few leagues, especially last league with the tree. Especially if you are not getting additional arrows as a modifier. Apparently the especially the breach mechanic just spit these out like crazy even in day one. Talking like triple T1 or T2 flats, and I mean, plus a crit or an attack speed, you got it made if you hit that. Yeah, this is the multi chat right here. So I wouldn't necessarily need the cold damage roll here. Like, also another, like, if for example fractured hybrid is easy to get on a spine bow, which I don't think that would normally cost very much early, like a day one or day two. I could craft this really nicely and easily because you can, essence for just attack speed. Or actually, well, the best would be essence for attack speed and crit. Fizz essence till you hit attack speed with crit. Decent rolls of both, which would be like 200 essences or something. But then you wouldn't even need to multi-mod it. You just straight up benchcraft percent fizz. Because you would have flat fizz, hybrid already there, and yeah. Is Fury Valve mandatory with Ice Shot? It is kind of, if you're gonna do if you're gonna do the transfigured version, it's just like, it's basically like a free chain fork, a free double chain fork essentially is what it is, without having to even get any additional arrows. It effectively saves you a bunch of like passives that you're not having to get, or whatever. In terms of its clear, yeah, it's fantastic on there. Arrow made a build on that. That's where I got the primary inspiration for that from his build. It was really the only thing I pulled from his build. Yeah, Ice Shot Pen is quite a bit stronger, yeah. Especially if you go into like Fury Valve. You can do regular Ice Shot. It's a little bit weaker. It also is going to require you to like prioritize additional projectiles, which, on day one or day two is really annoying. At the very least, that's going to be 8 additional passive points you're spending. And so between the saved passive points and the ridiculous synergy with Fury Valve, which is a very cheap item early in the league these days, it just seems like a really good idea. Yeah, but anyway, hold on. Let me change something here. First of all, I'll show you, like, so you see the numbers are fairly similar with Element of the Spectrum, but that's with both Magic Find and no Fledgling Helmet. Oh, look what happens to the damage of this. This is actually a real DPS comparison, single target. 24 mil. This is such an easy 24 mil, too. This is crazy. I can demonstrate it, too. I can tweak the character and pull this back in. But like, this bow here would not even be very hard to get. Like, actually not that hard. And you probably don't even need to do this. You probably just get it straight off the tree anyway. Without multi-modding needed. But let's say you went the essence route and multi-modded. Can you explain how good Unbound Avatar? I mean, Unbound Avatar is really just there for the damage. The specialty is more about Oath of Winter. So with Ice Shot, we get way better value out of Shock because we're not doing much lightning damage. You got a little bit of gain as extra lightning, and then we got like... Well, one of the downsides to going the extra Ice Shot is that you can't use like Storm Rain and get extra proj there, so your shocks build up slower. Which I apparently forgot to change this over. So using a lightning arrow here now because it'll bounce and split off the tornado and stuff and hit the boss more times than Storm Rain will, apparently. I've been testing that. So actually using lightning arrow here for the Mana Forge, big Mana Forge link. And unfortunately, like, I'm trying to test this, but I don't know. No, I tested Conduit. I specifically tested that one. It wasn't that great. I already tested against a boss. It looked like Lightning Arrow was as good, if not better. It would definitely be a lot better for clear purposes. Getting shocks out harder on clear. Theoretically, Ensnaring Arrow should work here because you have... All you have is two splits. And if the Ensnaring Arrow goes out at the right second, it would hit the tornado into the Hydrosphere or reverse, and then into the boss, finishing the arrow straight into there. And there's no return proj on there, because return proj is specific to Ice Shot. But theoretically, Ensnaring Arrow should work with this build, but I don't actually know. It's very hard to look at, tell. There's no, like, debuff thing. You have to actually, like, eyeball the things. Something I want to check. Need to check that. But actually, I probably won't use it anyway. Because, I think I'm just going to pull Sniper's Mark off of this. Yeah. So this was 14.2 or 14.6 mil. He's gonna give me a whole new 4 length though. Ardal's asking, when's the next league start? Oh, the information's out. I think I saw Talkative Try say end of April is the... I think it's the beginning of May, but the end of April is supposed to be the reveal. So probably first week of May. Keep this as is. This would allow me to... Yes. I believe ensnaring arrow short of projectile. Well, again, the idea is that an ensnaring arrow would hit a tornado, split. One of those arrows would hit a hydrosphere, split, and one of those arrows would hit the boss, and that would be the end of its chain. It wouldn't be that unusual for it to hit the tornado. Hitting the hydrosphere at the exact moment when it can accept a hit around other projectiles is a little sketchy though, so I don't know if that would How reliable that would be. The debuff lasts a while though. I mean, I don't know. Bosses wouldn't move mostly. Uh, Unfortunately, this isn't worth doing. What we're doing. Huh? Take that. Look, compared to the other starters, it gives me 4 passive points to work with. With those two. Not about this. Well, now I'm not doing a marked enemy. They want to do that. All right, maybe I could do both of these. Like if I could do this, but this will also allow me to drop res. Or change the ring. Am I gonna run assassin? No, I don't think so. Hmm. Wait, why am I still short? Oh, here it is. Yeah, that's a good mana number. Better. Well, kind of awkward. 12 mil. Leeching? Level 96. Yeah. I do kind of like that, but not something I normally do as a starter. Yep, I'm doing some kind of bow, strong bow build. I'm either gonna do. Okay, so earlier this week I was looking at poison builds. The first, basically I was looking at Scourge Arrow of Menace, which I haven't played before. Did a lot of testing with that. The problem is it just doesn't produce enough damage. I was trying to do it with Warden too. It looked better than Pathfinder based on what I was doing, offensively speaking, but it just I have to reckon with the fact that if you do a poison build, you have to build defense. You just have to build defense. No other way around it. I had like multiple delayed damage. And the assassin I built, I actually went back and looked at the assassin. I did build a lot of defense into that build for it being a bow build. If you go back and look at the league starter, it had like a fizz max hit of like 32k or something. Even at league start, it was a bit of a delayed league starter, but like these bow builds, you can get away with 4k because you just never get hit unless you're running delirium. And then on bosses, they all only have 50% action speed, so it's hilarious how slow they are. You just manually avoid everything. Is Ice Shot supposed to get buffed next league? I don't think so. That would affect my decision, though. Maybe. About what I play. Baho getting buffed. It better. Buff bows? I wish there was more damage stuff up here. Yeah, Ice Shot is kind of a black sheep of instant bow attacks. It had a place in the bow arsenal until Elemental Hit the Spectrum came out, and then like just shit on Ice Shot in every way. It kind of deleted Lightning Arrow too, to a certain extent. And especially in the beginning when your gear's not as good. I mean, the worse your gear is, the better Elemental Hit the Spectrum is. So it's kind of bizarre that they never nerfed that skill. That they neither never buffed like Lightning Arrow and or Ice Shot, but then also never nerfed Elemental Spectrum. It doesn't really make much sense. So yeah, I'm definitely kind of annoyed. Man, I don't know. What's that? 16% attack speed. 8% attack speed plus 4 plus 5 prog between 2 passives. How is that more? Oh, because it's more percent phasing. Well, actually, that probably is better. But that sucks to lose that. This wheel would really help single target if I had the mark still. I do get extra life this way. I literally need the mana from this. Well, they probably need to do that now. If I run Steel Skin like I was going to. I don't know, maybe that. So I'm wondering if maybe so performs an attack with a ranged weapon. You get only one frenzy charge per attack, or can you get like you don't get like extra ones from splits and stuff in the same attack, right? Autom automation, more duration. I've never actually played with this 4-link, but I was testing it with a different build. I kind of like it for bow builds, actually. I think it's actually really good. It's really able to, like, move fast. If I did this... Bow Messiah... Hey, I didn't come up with it. I didn't make the rules. I'm not doing leeching? Okay, well. Yeah, you got it. So... What? What do I do? Chaos Res again? I guess I do Rarity. Rarity on gloves? How close is it? The other one was like 15.6 before I messed with it. Yeah, I'm gonna do something, bows. As always. As always. Alright, the other option is... Back to that. Actually, I guess I would keep this. Ow. This would allow me to go Rarity, though. Oh, dude, I'd have to keep wearing the other one. If I did that. No. God, can't get away from that, huh? Huh. Not even 3K life. Wow. Wow. I guess I can't do decks there, huh? Oh, I don't need to avoid elements here either. Oh shit. Oh shit. Hmm. Okay. So the actually this would be this. Okay. Ah, I don't know. I guess I'm using full power. That would be a pretty easy item to make. That too. Yep. This one not so much. All right, it's my new plan. If only there was another convenient way to get just like like okay, I can corrupt Fury Valve for +1 curse. I could corrupt Heat Shiver for reservation efficiency. But that's asking too much at League Start. There's no other way to get reservation efficiency. Maxed it out here, here, and here. After we get the massive wheel, we do get access to this. I don't almost feel like it might be worth going up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 8 paths. Yeah, maybe if I wasn't doing this whole thing. I mean, you do get True Strike. Also have this suppression wheel. This life wheel. Maybe even this. Get endurance charges. Oh man. Oh man. I've never actually done anything up here like straight up on a bow league starter. So damn, I really gotta make new ones. I thought I made a pair. Oh, I do. Okay. Yeah, I can just wear these. Well, that's 2 rage on it. Oh, whatever. Functionally the same. The only real difference is I get 2 rage instead of 1 on attack. Okay. Standard. I'm on standard. Whoa. Oh my god. I don't know. That many?
Well, make it happen.
Alright. Still gonna be available to mirror the spear on PoE2? Yeah. Yeah, I will. Rather not do it right this second, but why are you farming up a mirror? So I guess I'll just leave this on. It's functionally the same. Ooh, no. One. 3. 1 then 3. Yeah, I'm testing League starter stuff. Potential starter builds. That's more like it. Wait, 7 points? Oh, missing these. Missing 1 point. What? Maybe 93. Where am I missing a point, dude? Not today, just finished the best temple setup. The plan is to drop a mirror sometime this week. Giga smiley face. Alright. That's a good plan to me. Sounds like a plan. I must be tripping. I don't know where I'm missing a passive. Oh, I'm not missing a passive. Okay. I'm just stupid. Alright. There? Sure. Res. Look at the res, though. Mad overkill. Alright. Is there anything else? Oh yeah. Yeah, there's that. YOLO. Wait, I hit and then I rolled over it. I want to hit it the hard way. Now it took me like 3 times not to roll over it. Now this is going to be a new link. More duration. To the trade site we go. Yoink. Quite certain I don't have a steel skin. Phase runs on my other character, and I'm too lazy. Automation I probably have. Not another bow build. Yes. Another bow build. Guys, you know you want to see it. You know you want to see it. Aha. Oh, I see. I'm stupid. Backwards in my head. Need red. Alright, how's this feel? Let's see, 48, 7. Yeah. Okay. I think we're ready. Cast on Crit Detonate was awesome last league, so I trust. It was pretty awesome. It's too bad nobody played it. Nobody wanted it. Everybody was shitting on Assassins so hard, nobody even looked at my league start. I was disappointed. You guys did? Wait, really? You guys really played it? Oh my god. Alright, let's quick test out here. Phase run, let's go. Look at a phase run. Holy. But I don't get the frenzy charges, though. You really need the... Kinda need frenzy charge on crit. Oh well, whatever. Let's see how it goes. Do a quick single target test. It was way fun. Bow was a mess to craft. The bow is so sneakily hard to craft. I don't know what. It took me 15 tries to recombinate the damn thing. I don't like the shock number here. Not very good. I don't know what to do with that shock number. How'd they get him to come out so early? Wait, I think my tornado's not going off, actually. Oh, shit. Wow, there's literally no ground anywhere. I don't think my tornado is even going off, actually. Okay, there it did. Might be having some problems with the tornado off. I guess it's a little tight here, but don't need to be high level. Mana cost 27, mana cost 11. 17. Getting ready for Mirage? I guess. I'm not playing it for the league mechanic. Per se, but there we go. The twister goes out. We get still only getting 30. That's starting to look a little more proper. Wait, I totally pressed that at the wrong time. Yeah, I think you're right. Probably do need one rare ring with that. It's so annoying, man. Okay, let me. Do I not have one? Yeah, finally done with temple farming. True. I'm not even like acquiring Unbound Fury fast enough. Go look for a ring. I lose a lot of damage dropping the taming. I lose resistances. Oops. Hmm. Oh man, what character was that on? I don't remember. Maybe this one? Aha. Yeah, since I'm here, I'll show you guys this little build. Okay, what are the bad mods on this one? Okay. Not really meant to be a Legion gamer, but kind of interesting. This is a secret test build nobody even knows about. You guys probably don't even know what you're looking at. Nah. Nah. Now it's dangerous though. It is tankier than the other build, but not by a lot. This is a Warden Poison build. Scourge Arrow of Menace. Asena's Gentle Touch. Fizz as extra chaos everywhere. Poison. Zerfi's Heart, Soul Eater build. I'll be sure to put the Soul Eater stacks in the POB for Spicy Sushi too. Does have more damage as a Wilma's build, but I don't really like that. I do like the coverage it has. Got nice coverage. It's stronger at something like Breach though. Not that amazing. It's like, I don't know, it's not quite enough damage. And you have to have defense too, which is annoying. Yo, Solar Sky, thanks for the raid there, man. Got the raid. Is that the return raid? Don't mind me, I'm just messing around with possible league starters. Let me give you a little shout out, dude. Are you still playing PoE 2? Or are you doing PoE 1 now? PoE 2, nice. Nice, kind of just switched over. Just switching over. All right, let me see this because I'll go to the ice shot build right after that. Its damage is gonna be a little weak, I think. A non-Uber. Can actually tank these though. That's nice. Oh, blink arrow, so slow without the soul eater. Yikes. Seems like I'm lagging. You see the shock counts up there, though. I can actually hit 100% shock, which is kind of interesting. That's the Xerfe's Heart Chaos Damage Shocks. So this was supposed to be a return of the Poison Tornado shot build, basically. Oh, I should have died there. The ballista version of this is stronger for bossing. No tinctures for bow. This is a warden. You get double bow tincture. Can't remember if I have hull on this build or not. Apparently not. PoE, you gotta do mechanics. I mean, if you don't have an unethical build, then yeah. Yeah, it's a league starter. Yes, yeah. Yes, you need mechanics. Alright, let me just grab this. Take it over to the other character real quick. Any advice for corruption thumb chain in your temple? Well, my suggestion would be go to our Discord and then type corruption thumb in the search history, and you can see like everyone else asking questions and a lot of answers on it. That might be a good idea. Wait, this isn't even properly blessed. What the hell? Okay. Let me just see if the tornado works better real quick. I want to see this proccing. They'll be proccing more often than this. Just feel a little better though. No. Oh wow, really opened with that. I can't see it. Look how slow he is, so funny. I mean, the shock number is not... Okay, there we go. I actually saw some extra shocks there. Finally got Unbound Avatar up. Yeah.
The dog is in the hen house, as a commoner might say.
Maybe Sniper's Mark is important because it would split. Well, no, it would. I guess it wouldn't make a difference, though. It's gonna split anyway. I'll split off the tornado. I need this Twister to proc like all the time. Maybe I do need to go Storm Rain. The big problem is Twister is not proccing very often. It would be soaking up like an insane amount of hits if it was. We'd be getting a lot of shocks and everything. No, this build should be capable of doing a boss. It's not. It shouldn't be bad at it. Because it's gotta, in order to make sense of this, it has to at least halfway compete with Elemental His Spectrum, and it's not at the moment. I'm just trying to work out some kinks. Okay, the Twister's proccing like crazy now. Alright, I guess, yeah, Storm Rain is better. Alright, Storm Rain is better. Yeah, I already got Avatar up, and now he's gonna get erased. Yeah, see, there you go. That's... Okay. I do have to go Storm Rain. That was a lot better. Oh, shit! No, dude, I'm not doing it. Oh my god, I saw what I want to see. Let me try Eater now. You got to see that other kill with Eater. May not need this, actually. I'm gonna see if the Twister procs. Actually, let me first see if Twister's proccing without that ring. It looked like it kind of wasn't.
You've got affairs you might want to tend.
I'd really rather use double taming if possible. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, that's nice. There it is. There it is. That was some real damage. Saw that shock number go up in the 90s. Huh. And the only thing I'm really giving up for it is Sniper's Mark. Gotta be some way I can get Sniper's Mark in there. Reason for one projectile. Oh, that's actually baked into the equation. It's Ice Shot of penetration. Yeah, this is... I mean, obviously this is meant to, this particular snapshot in gear is meant to be a Legion Dunes farmer. It's a double inspired learning as a fizz to cold conversion league starter, which is semi-taboo. But what that's really saying is you're putting like all your eggs into one basket. That is Legion Dunes farming. But I still want it to be capable of limited amount of bossing and at least a tier 17 fortress boss. Speed ones. Temp chains. How do people convert? It's for stolen buffs, like headhunter buffs. Because those buffs are fizz gain is extra. So you get way more bang for your buck on those buffs. So, I mean, if you compare this to the poison build I just did, first of all, the single target is way higher. The clear is way better. The safety in terms of practical defense is way higher because of all the freeze. Like, nothing's even doing anything. Watch how fast this guy goes down. Also, what's really nice with avatar builds is if you have a full duration of the Legion, you actually get avatar at the beginning of popping the Legion open and when it starts. Both. Or, like, if you're really fast, you can just pop it for when it's, like, when it kicks in. And you don't even care if you have it when it starts. Proud.
Orders in.
See a 217.
Well enough.
A lot of mods you can't run on T17s. Fine. Also want to see the Scorch numbers. Our bow build's back. They're back every league I play. I don't know where you've been. Ooh, 100 bits. Woot. Now this kind of ice shot shenanigans is pretty nice for this map because you're just firing down a hallway anyway, so you can't really miss. Oh. %30 scorch there. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. That's legit. Look how slow he moves. So easy. No call. I'm so used to having call. Take a quick peek at your link. Yeah, sure. 1 second. I'm just for you, buddy. I'm kind of already moved on from PoE 2 right now.
The dog is in the hen house as a
But anyway, what do you guys think about that the boss kill? Not bad on a bow mapper, right? Tier 17 boss. You're not supposed to be able to do tier 17 bosses without a headhunter on a bow build. You know that, guys, right? You know that. Like you know what I just did is impossible, right? Okay, what? Take an ice shot character of all things. What? Okay, I started 1.5 weeks ago with the league, and I'm close to completing Spy Master's Garrison chain. Seeing multiple options, I can go after also cut. I'm not really sure what the question is here. He said, could you take a look at my temple? I started 1.5 weeks ago. I'm close to completing the Spy Masters. I see. Good job. Got the round both corners even. Got no locks though. Hopefully you get one. Should put more rooms in the middle. You should have a bigger middle than this. I mean, clearly you just keep going, like Armory, Garrison, Spymaster. You want to move the Architect sooner than later. Whenever you have extra locks, make sure you have like a few extra locks. You start to like path up to him and kill him. Especially if you like path around, like if you do kind of a loop around adjacent to this side, but not, obviously not looping it. So you can like lock this down here, and then you do like one loop around here, and then lock this right here, and then when you kill him, he has a pretty good chance of going dead in the middle if it's the only spot that's open. Why? I'm okay. Go to the Discord, guys. I'm not doing temples today. We're not even playing that game today. I'll look at just one, just because it's one click away. I don't know what all this is here. You can put locks in room. You can lock non-level 3 rooms. Anyway. That's not even my layout, so. Guys, we're moving on to PoE 1, and now you got an ad. Oh my god. Guys. My answer to your question is go to the Discord. Go to the Discord.
Oh,
You can lock rooms whether they're level 3 or not. That's a generic question. Like, it doesn't even have to be me that helps you guys. Other people will help each other. You're talking about the... So you must be talking about the sacrificial chamber.
ahoy there! What have you got for me?
I don't know. Go to the Discord. I'm not looking at it right now. I'm sorry. I didn't stream for like four days. I was watching the Discord, looking at like the conversation, people helping each other out. I come on to stream, it's PoE1, and then I don't want to get spammed with temple question. It's like exactly what we have the Discord for. What are we testing? Well, we're just testing Ice Shot versus Elemental Hood of the Spectrum, which is definitely stronger bosses and T7 breaking T17s, but I just want to see how good Ice Shot looks at its weak points in particular. How will you fare playing PoE1 when you're so... I don't know. Really don't want the res mod. So dangerous. Avoid ailments, no! Alright. I got endurance charge. Makes him tankier for sure. Yeah, I mean, Elemental His Spectrum's already there in that guide. Type exclamation point POB, you see it right now. Oh yeah, I want to test Tincture version of this. I forgot about that. That's Ice Shot. If I can make Ice Shot good enough, I'll League start it over Elemental His Spectrum. One of the nice things about just starting it this way is you'd be on the fast track to Fizz Cold Convert Tornado Shot, because you wouldn't be that much of a jump, certainly in terms of like what you're doing. This is like day 2 if you're really fast. If you're pro plays, this is day 2. You can consult him if you're wondering what I'm talking about. Oh my god, Shroud Walk. Ooh. Not cool. Oh. Is that really in range of that? It looked like it. What? Why did he attack on top of him? I don't have any minions. That was weird. Bro, can you not do that? You know, I think he like didn't get frozen before. Bullshit. Yeah. Let's see. All right. Now then. Great build. Seems like you like skill to play. Sounds good to me. Well, when I already did the fortress boss in 10 basically 10-second killed him in almost completely in the duration of Avatar, but he had 0 defensive mods on that one. That run right there, he had endurance charge when hit. That gives him like 50% more HP or something. Something like that. All right. Let's do a little exploring. I'm gonna still try and somehow figure out a way to get. Also, I'm nerfing my own damage because I'm running like phase run on the boss, which is like pointless. Lycia? No, I'm not doing Lycia. I'll just get murdered by her. She's a psychotic boss. I'm not doing bosses like that. I'm doing target dummies. Oh, she's way more cancer than Fortress boss. Most of your phase 2 garbage is what I'm talking about. So the big difference between this and what we're about to see is tinctures. Okay, so we have tinctures. First of all, we lose 2 flasks. One which doesn't matter at all. It's actually an upside. Because it's converting a pure crit flask into a tincture, which is better. The other one is kind of a loss, though. This is a loss of stun immunity and some chaos res. I get 10 at the most. Okay. Tincture, tincture. We're gonna lose this. Not doing clusters at this point, no. This is like a snapshot. Meant to be a day 2 or day 3. Maybe snapshot. Okay, well that works. Except that I want to do this. The other one was like 13 mil? 13.5 mil? Yeah, it would have been like 13.5 mil. The Messiah's back. Yeah. So the other one topped out around 13.5 mil, I think. This looks like higher DPS, but I'm skeptical. Well, the reason why it's higher DPS is it actually has 100% crit chance. The other one was sitting at like 75% crit chance without the flask up, so that was misleading. So actually, it was probably closer to 15 mil. Yeah. Drop some of this. Damn. Yeah, I think 2-day bill. Well, it may be 2-day for you or maybe not, but when I say 2-day, I'm talking about somebody who's pretty fast, not psycho fast, not like racer extraordinaire, but somebody who's definitely very fast. Jumping off the league start. We do have a lot of uniques, but not much you have to craft, and I'm a little iffy on the bow. I don't really know what it's going to take to get a bow like this, because the breach tree may just spit these out. I don't know. Not counting the meta mod. But like the quiver is nothing. The helmet is pretty much nothing on day 2. 6-link body armor is 3 div. These boots are, or these gloves are 1 div only because of the implicits. Same with the boots, only because of the implicits, really. So that's 5. Not counting the weapon, that's like 5 div. Amulet's 1 div at the most, counting the anoint. Mid-roll tamings are 1 div each, so that's like 7. It's like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8. That's 0. The bow is going to be somewhere between like, I really don't know. It's going to be between like 2 and 8, I guess. It depends on. There's actually a lot of different things you could go for. Like, one really good way to make this bow would actually be starting with a fractured fizz roll. Like if you start with a tier 2 or tier 3 fractured fizz roll, I mean, no, rare rings are not higher DPS than taming. No way. Unless you have like a godly one like this. Even then it's not really. But this would be very expensive to craft. This is deafening essence for crit multi with fractured T1 perfect roll elemental, but like it's not real at league start. I mean, you could justify doing it anyway, maybe, if you really want like the mana cost reduction and the life and stuff. I don't have to use these boots with this version of the build either. Oh, which is ironic actually. I guess I have to keep Stormbrain on. I don't know what my lightning shock effect will be. I don't know. I'll just one for one it first, see what happens. It should be pretty easy to craft. These are just tier 2, not like eye level 85 stuff. But obviously crafting tinctures like this will be a bit more expensive than crafting flasks. Not a lot though. Quite a lot of blessed orbs, I guess. Yeah, this is basically one thing I want to do this league is I want to fast track myself to Fizzed Cold Conversion. I really, really like the Warden Tincture Tornado Shot build with Heat Shiver. It's so freaking strong. It's so much damage. I mean, you guys saw it a couple leagues ago. Just erased everything, even like Titanic Exiles and stuff back then. You just got erased, and then all that freeze basically hacked the game. Yeah. The Syndicate Quiver off of Katarina. Like identical build. I don't even know how I could improve it from last time. Obviously, I'll look at it again eventually, but essentially identical build. Wait, what's the cast order again on these? Is it this? Is that the cast order? Your Warden Tornado Shot build is the second most powerful build ever played. Well, that's saying a lot. I wouldn't make a claim like that because I've not played that many builds. It's probably the most powerful, at least the most offense powered bow build I've ever played, though. I've played quite a few strong ones. Tinctures are wild. Wait, I forgot to even get phasing before. What the fuck? Oops. I think we cheated a little bit here. A little bit of cheating. I don't know what alphabetical means in respect to the links. Is it like this? You mean like this? A, B, C, D, E? That'd be good. I want it to prioritize Tornado over Hydrosphere over Sniper's Mark. So I should have two. I have 1 point left? No? We have 1 passive left. Oh, it's that, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, this. Okay. Probably wouldn't be running this link, but I don't know yet. Don't need to change anything else, I don't think. Same. Yeah, quick test.
Beauty will grow from your remains. My mana is gone.
I've been told repeatedly by my own Discord, PoE1 Discord channel, that people do not want to do a Warden Tincture League starter because it's something extra you have to keep track of. What do you guys make of that? I don't have a link for this exact version, but you know, if you check the description, I have a link for the Avatar of the Wild's Unbound based Oath version of Ice Shot, and Element of the Spectrum is still good there. Too many buttons. Ugh. Ugh. I mean, I think you're gonna want the tincture up all times because it's like the difference between like 55% crit chance and 100% crit chance. So you might want it. All right, let's do Legion Dunes test. Beach Dunes test. The first hit against enemies should hit harder. Quite a bit harder. I don't have to wait for like double scorch and 100 shocks or whatever. So actually, in that sense, it probably should be better performing than the other build. Out in maps. But worse on bosses, maybe? I don't know. I'll be kind of excited if it's actually like a lot better on bosses. I'm not even gonna try Ubers. You don't do Ubers with a character like this, with this kind of gear. Like, kind of day 2 league start gear. Alright, let's see how this goes. Clean. It is. I don't even see mobs on my screen. What? Never a monster on my screen. That's a good sign. Most of the other one didn't even have any HP mod. This map monsters did actually have. Some new, really. Blocks attacks. Okay. Right. Like, how did he not get frozen or die? Because I did hit him before he killed me. Blocks attacks. Yeah, I'll try the mini boss next. I've never done a elemental hit based tincture league starter warden build. Never done that. 6% shock. Oh, I let the tincture fall. Oops. Yeah, okay. Less reliance necessary. Oh, nice. Okay. Less reliance necessary on like unbound too, so that's kind of nice. Good damage is more consistent. Your damage is more immediate, more consistent, less spiky, I guess. It's kind of weird because, like, with unbound setup, like, you're waiting for your scorches to go on, all your shocks to go on. I just wish I could get a good shock. Not really any way to get a good shock on this build. What if I made a 4-link Maniforged Lightning Arrow setup just for damage? What if I did like Maniforged Lightning Arrow Unbound Ailments? Something like that. Just to get a shock on. That'd be worth it. I want to see it. What would be the best automated shock way to get shock on? If I'm not like producing much lightning damage by default. Maybe... Yeah, these gloves are better than League Star gloves because it's a bit of a workaround. But Skitterbound, no, I can't. Not using Skitterbonds. I would get 0 value out of the chill part of that anyway. Well, and I could put power charge on crit. What the fuck? God. Multi-chat is being crazy. Oh. Oh yeah, I still don't know if ensnaring arrow works. I need to test that. Let's see if we can identify whether ensnare works. That'd be really fascinating if it does. Oh yeah, I can use overcharge support. Use lightning arrow with overcharge instead of hydrosphere. No, I apparently need to be running storm charge or storm rain because that's the only way to get these to proc really often. I want hydrosphere and tornado to proc like multiple times a second. That's how you like maximize damage off the projectiles when it constantly respawns. It's like super important to get extremely high proc rates off of that. It's gonna have to be a different link.
Your champion looks delicious. Slaughter.
See how often tornadoes spawning? Alright, is he ensnared? How do I see if he's ensnared? I can't see him. Oh my god, he just goes underground. Hey Blazework, what's up, dude? Welcome to the PoE1 stream. Oh my god, he's still burrowed.
Feast. Obliterate.
Is he ensnared? I can't see. The stupid hydrosphere's in the way. Oh my god. Wait, I can't do that because I need. That's how I'm testing it.
A feast of muscle.
A guy named I made Snoobay's Temple. Wow. That's funny. I wouldn't even bother me if he came into my chat.
Feast.
I don't think it works. Kind of looks like he's that slow though. Is he that slow? But it does look like he's extra slow.
A feast of muscle and bone.
How do I test this? It's like one of the most annoying things to test in the game. Oh, I didn't realize overcharge support did 500 to 690. What in the world? God. That's a number. That's like Diablo 3 set bonus numbers. What the hell? Oh my god. Well, I feel like I could probably go power charge on crit or cull. I thought I had culling strike in here. Do I not have it in my inventory? Literally on the gloves. Let's see here. Whoa! Who did that? Eris and Hell Demon. Wait, is that a gifted sub? No. You guys literally just subbed at the exact same time? Well, hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back. You guys all about that PoE1 energy, huh? Yeah, so I guess I'll keep Bone Chill over... I don't know. Bad timing. I thought it was like, wait, it's too soon to be... What is with the 2 gifted subs? That's like 3 weeks from now. I can't be doing that. I'm at like an all-time low sub count. I have 60 subscribers right now. All my Twitch viewers have abandoned me and gone over to YouTube. Where there's no money to be made. It's like, oh, I don't know. I see you on this English afternoon time. Yeah, it's rare I'm on this late. Definitely rare. I won't be on that much longer, actually. We're dipping our toes into the PoE1 League start testing. Okay. Thanks. The Calling Strike. Sports skills deal 38% increased damage. Sports skills deal 14% more cold damage. Actually, that would be... No, I don't care about cold damage, though. Alright, so I think power charge on crit would be smartest here. We get lightning arrow. Get some extra... Oh, I need to level this up again. Dang it. God. I don't understand why lightning arrow only converts 50% damage, but most other things convert 100. It's actually helpful though. It allows me to bleed enemies. Because Storm Rain, Frenzy, and Lightning Arrow will bleed enemies, while Ice Shot will not, because it's 100% converted. So Mana Forge, okay. Kind of a neat link, I guess. Neat idea. They're gonna make me force 2 blue. What if this actually shocks enemies for like 40%? I'm gonna crack up, dude. That's gonna be such a hack for like... I'll be like, what is the point of running Lightning Arrow now? As a main skill. There is no point. Has anybody ever done this? A Mana Forge Lightning Arrow overcharge support link just to get Giga Shock on the target. So this is... I can make this life tap actually. Oh wait, I'm retarded. I should make this life tap. Yeah, I should definitely make this life tap actually. Oh shit, I didn't think about that. Whoa. Ooh. More reliable. I'd never done this before. In all my time playing bow builds. Never done it. Oh. I do need that. Okay. A lightning arrow. Mana Forge arrows. Overcharge. Life tap. Come on, I know I got this. And it deals 19% more damage. Wow. I mate, first we need to follow. Yes, that's to stop spammers, potentially.
My mana is gone.
Ooh, the lightning arrow cannot be stopped. Thanks for the sub. I think you always have to follow before subbing anyway. No? For sure. Exciting. Another Messiah follower. I figured the angst has been building up for several leagues now. People just dying to go back to a bow league starter. Nobody will give him permission though. Alright, let's see what this shock effect is. Am I about to have my mind effing blown right now?
Come to feed me, her.
18, 25? 25. 44? What? 47? What?
Feast on muscle.
47% shock for nothing? For nothing. I did nothing. I had 47% shock. I don't even care. I'm just mind blown by this. Wait, why does it start off at 18 though? It gives me an 18 to start. Is it because it's not critting? It should be critting every time. I don't know what. Oh, that's so sick, dude. That was like one of the big weaknesses of this version of the build. Because like Elemental Hit the Spectrum kind of gets it for free, kind of, but actually it wouldn't shock this hard. Because this is like 290% more combined with 690% more shock effect. Plus life tap. Which means it's always going off and it's 19% more damage. Overcharge and Unbound? No, I'm not. This is Tincture setup. You wouldn't do this with Unbound. Unless you meant somehow like speccing Avatar of the Wilds and pulling a Tincture thing out, but I wouldn't do that. You could go like, you theoretically could go like Giga cooldown base, like not have a permanent Tinctures. go double range Tincture with this. What the fuck? Unbound ailments. Yo, this is so sick because it auto targets and it's gonna split into two. And you guys know, like even on Legions, that's gonna shock everything. With one lightning arrow, it'll just shock everything, and it has return projectiles. Unbound ailments. Well, no, it'd be a lot better to go live tap here because it's actually shooting out, and this helps save mana. You know, one of my big issues is I don't have enough mana. If I pull this out, then this thing costs 19 mana. I quite often won't even fire off. So watch how often this fires off. Like every time. But if I pull this, it's like not even 1 in 3 attacks or something. So this is the place to put live tap for sure. Alright, I'm gonna go murder this guy right now. That'll be fun to make a little tech video about Overcharge. I got my first tech video. Yeah, I'll do Fortress Boss too. I want to see this first. 8%. 42. And randomly it's 42. There must be something about Overcharge that's different. Yo, that's pretty good damage. Oh. I don't have a life flask. Not a real boss here. Why does it go from like 18 to suddenly 40% randomly? Like what? What is that? Is this? Am I missing something here? Oh, this says supported skills deal less damage. I didn't realize that. What is it like? Somehow not shock or not critting? I mean, it's missing inspirations, but what? Yeah. Doing a lot more damage for the build in general. What? Crit chance is 80%. I mean... Oh, it's the 15% invert. Yeah, you're right. It's the invert is what it is. I forgot about that. We wait for the invert to kick in on bosses. That does make the invert really strong for bosses. Okay, so I won't have quite as much shock always, but that's fairly reliable, even at 15%. That's fairly reliable. So I got a crit and score the invert. So I have like 80% crit chance and a 15% chance for invert. I mean, that's like 12%. That's like a 12% chance on attack for that to happen. That's a lot of attacks going out. So I'm like guaranteed the 18% immediately, and then shoots up to 40 something later. I can live with that. I'm still pretty hype. Get one more of these in. Again, this is the content the build's meant to do. This right here. Scarab of Invigoration. He had a 25% shock on that boss, just because he's easier. This is the kind of build that I would want to go the shock proliv on. What is it again? The Ranger Forbidden Flame Flesh Jewel again? What was it? The Elemental Ailment Proliferation one. I'm not even using the Tincture right now, by the way. I didn't use it for a while. In case you were wondering. You have to use Tinctures. No, you don't actually have to. Fury of Nature, there it is. Somebody got a real one who remembers. Pretty cool. Cool damage. Tinctures are ranged for Warden. 2 tinctures that both apply to bows. See this once more.
This is not a battle you can win.
using unique gloves. I got rage gloves.
This realm's completely rights belong to us.
Yeah, of course. Oh my god. I keep thinking the action speed is a slow for time, but it's a slow for like... He still takes the full duration. Look around. Swings all the way around to 180. Alright. Let me get that fortress map up in here. We'll do a ZHP fortress. That works. Debuffs expire 100% faster. A boss, that could be problematic. I would run that, but for the test, I don't want to. No damage. Should have ran that map. So it's gain an endurance charge one hit. No. Oh, actually the... Oh yeah, monsters have elemental res is actually good for me here. So that's nice. I'm gonna get freaking destroyed by Fizz gained its chaos. I have like 0 chaos res, but oh well. Can't be that bad. Stun tech? No, I don't think so. You still can't stun enemies very well when you're doing cold damage, remember? And this is the coldest cold damage you've ever seen.
My mana is gone.
Nah, the whole incentive for that was the only way to get rage at the time, and rage was crazy strong as well. Death by barrel. I guess the barrels do extra chaos damage. Yeah, I just didn't log. I didn't start streaming as early as I meant to today. Yeah. Pretty good. Not as good as Elemental Hit the Spectrum, definitely, but it's pretty good. We'll do one more. Elemental Hit the Spectrum with a fledgling helmet on, that is. This should be funny. Yeah, I mean, that boss is so easy because he's functioning at 50% action speed the whole time. It turns a boss like that into a joke. Boss that has like really big telegraphed attacks, but you can relatively easily avoid every attack, then it makes it super easy to avoid every attack. Ow. Bubbles! Ooh. See if I can actually clear this Legion. Who's that? Is that a bleed? A red beast! He's dead. I do have stolen buffs. Fair.
We will be best friends, Beast, until we slaughter you.
Didn't I have 50%? Oh. That was dumb. Couldn't tell what he was doing there. Oh my god, okay. Okay. To use my... I forgot to use my tincture, I guess. Oh no. Alright, let's see Elemental Hit of the Spectrum. And I don't really see a reason to go Tincture with that build. I try to look at it a lot of different ways. I don't think I have a bow made for this at the exact level, but... Yeah, it's a little bit of a strong bow. Actually, compared to this bow, it's probably not much different. Sniper Tornado Hydrosphere. Same. Okay. Regular Storm Rain. F. I'm forgetting my links. Forge arrows and Frenzy. Oh yeah, Frenzy. Here. It's right. Where's my lion eyes? I gave them to my other character, I guess. Damage upgrade with elemental hit. Awaken elemental hit? Oh, I don't know. I mean, that's probably like 4% more damage or something. Lokira, hi, how's it going? We are back on the PoE 1 train. Oh, this is not the right one. Dude, I have no idea where my lion eyes went. No, wait, that doesn't even make sense. I know I had it a second ago. Are they in the inventory and I'm just stupid? Oh, I am stupid, okay. That's pretty dumb. They were literally right there. Okay. Believe all the gems are right. Need none of this. That's set. This build's pretty clean. Gotta grab your dog. All right. See you around. Probably won't. I don't know. I'll try to be on tomorrow because I'm gonna be like really busy the following 2 days. I'm kind of busy the next 3 days actually. Hold on a minute. What? I'm missing 1 point. What? Oh my god. I don't know what I'm missing. Missing something.
The Mary
I wonder if this even matters. Okay. I don't know. Missing something though. I love this link. um. Oh. Flask Mastery? No. Wait, my mana is short. Definitely short mana. I'm supposed to have... Wait, I only have 72 mana. Really? Really? Nice chaos res, dude. Yeah. I'll find it. I don't know what it is yet. Missing one passive. Shorting myself one passive point. Not this accuracy mastery. No, I haven't. Because this would be level 92. Wait, I'm missing two passive points. What? I'm missing two passive points. Really? No, we don't do that for this build. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. You think after this many times running bow builds, this wouldn't happen. I don't know. This is I have 6 passives left at level 98, so that is suggesting I'm level 92, but this is level 94. I don't know. There's 2 passives in here that I haven't picked up. I got that. I got all this, all that. This is all done. That's here. This is here. This is here. That's here. Oh, it's these two. Holy shit, dude. God. It was Pierce. Pierce. I forgot. Pierce. Because we're not using the split Fury Valve anymore. Okay. I think I have it. Alright, this is a disgusting amount of single target damage on a bow starter. Hopefully. I couldn't even use Avatar until after he died. Gonna be even more ridiculous on this guy. I might actually phase this boss. Or kill him without going entering the phase. That might happen. Probably not, but it might happen. Ow. Oh. What the fuck? Oh my god. What the hell did I not? Okay. I'm good now. Damage. Come on. Bastard. Stupid action speed nerf. I got ruined. The drowning orb. Oh yeah, I end up culling strike too. Jesus. Global culling strike. It's got me. Now let's see how much worse this is for Legion farming. If at all. I do have Herald of Ice back in. That's fun.
My mana is gone.
I have to actually rely on like the direction of the attack. No split, no auto targeting split arrows here. Still pretty solid though. What? Give me a Beyond boss. There it is. Yeah, it's a little OP. So this build has the option to like drop Fledgling and go pretty hard into Magic Find. Fledgling isn't necessary for this content. It's good for bossing, but it doesn't matter for this. Look, Mom, 1000 Rampage. I should put that on my POB. It's also smoother because it's faster attacking, although with the Tinctures, actually, Tinctures is about on par with the attack speed of this build. Fortress boss, yeah. Fortress map. People be selling these in Exalts. Am I getting scammed? Must be getting scammed. I know the Tier 17 didn't come out before the Exalt to Divine swap.
I'd consider that a win.
Hex-proof. Ugh. How long as that shrine buff he gets isn't stupid. Like massive shrine. I love that. Alright guys, this is essentially the build, if maybe even a better version of the build that I did when I first started rushing the tier 17 boss as a bow build. This right here, like what you guys are seeing right here, this is like the best that Bow League starter has to offer as far as like breaking to tier 17. Right around this point, you get really strong in terms of offense, and you know, even though it's not conventionally a bossing build, like it doesn't matter anymore. Already reached the power threshold that transcends that. He's got a massive shrine? Oh, are you kidding me? Get out of here. I literally just said that. Oh well. They're gonna die in like a split freaking second. Come on. Why? He'd already be dead if he didn't have that shrine on. Yeah, I can absolutely kill this boss in one round of Avatar. It's just really nice to do this because you build up your unbound stacks to 100, and you just like a second after the fight starts, just pop unbound Avatar, and he dies within that time frame. Pretty cool. I can actually do less aura effect here. Monster Elemental res is bad though. Because I'm not doing the invert. I'm not even doing the proper tree. What I would normally do here is like a shrine tree where I pick up shrines on the way too. But this is like the Legion tree. Like I normally wouldn't run beyond on this strat. Boss rushing this guy. Headhunting buffs. Val, haste, and unbound. GG, you're dead. I did have like 12 headhunter buffs. Now 3 arrows going down a hallway is really safe. Wow. I actually survived. Woo. Reduced curse effect. Okay. Oh, hexproof. I don't need that. What's a quiver? Ahuana's bite. The League Star quiver. Searing runes plus monster damage plus minus max is pretty hellacious. Oh my god, and bubbles. Bad. Ugh. About dangerous of an obstacle course as you can get. Really? Oh, wow. Monster damage and minus I wasn't quite topped off. I got killed by the laser. Oh, the laser might actually hit from a wider range because it's AoE. Oh no, maybe not. Really?
Slow me down.
Yoke? No! Blew my RNG. Too soon. Don't be 10. Head up to yoke. Am I planning on league starting bows? Yeah. Yeah, I am planning league starting bows. I'm so disappointed though. I wanted to do a poison warden build, but it just doesn't make any sense. The power threshold is so extreme. And then having to make defenses. It's like, what for? This was supposed to be a successor to Poison Tornado Shot. It's actually a really cool build though. Scourge Arrow of Menace with return prog and a lot of things. You got the Ming's Heart going on. Oh yeah, I got my other ring. Oops. I gotta grab it. Alright, so raise your hand if you were around back in the Poison Tornado Shot days. Anybody out there who remembers that? We had Asena's Gentle Touch. The Fizz as extra poison, a Chaos Poison build. So we got the Explode off of Asena's Gentle Touch. We got the Ming's Heart for huge Chaos damage. We got the Zerfie's Heart for the Soul Eater, but extra bonuses here with the Warden. So last time it was on a Pathfinder, I guess. This time it's on the Warden. Part of the reason is because Tinctures is still going to be very strong with Warden. And Oath of Spring will actually work here because Scourge Arrow of Menace is stronger than Tornado Shot, at least in the context of like poison build for the most part. Early on, especially. And so the idea here is utilize the all chaos damage can shock to get crazy amount of shock stacks that would be a very low shock number, but will actually be a huge shock number because of Oath of Spring. And to go tinctures with one generically very strong tincture like this. Also, it gives an opening for going Perfect Agony, because we get such a massive amount of crit chance off tincture. Get a lot of attack speed, so I'll feel good for poison. And then also this tincture was another thing that made me want to try this, is getting Wither automatically and Grasping Vines, which is actually really cool. So Grasping Vines and Wither here on this tincture. It is very cheap, by the way. And so this is a, you know, last league I was contemplating running this build, and then the Assassin rework came in, and so I was like, well, I'll do, you know, I was like, I really want to try a Perfect Agony build. How do you fix the Zerfie's attribute? You just get the attributes. I only had to like underlevel a couple things. Hex Touch needed underleveled, which didn't matter a whole lot. Blink Arrow is underleveled because it's free. It has no mana cost, I think. Or sorry, never mind. Oh, that's not even all the tech. Also, Spine Hail is, I don't know if it's like League Start viable. I guess it is. Probably not one this good. But it has Fizz as extra chaos. It's attack speed. Flat Fizz. And it will score me a whole bunch of extra projectiles off of Herald of Purity. A very nice poison-based build. Arrow build. And then another thing was Cospre's Will. This is a different body armor. We get 3 curses, and the curses are all right here. We got Punishment, Despair, and then Tempt Chains off of Asena's Gentle Touch. Tempt Chains is automatic global, so the second hit any enemy gets hit with will automatically apply poisons. 100% poison chance. So the real cool tech synergy here is the fact that one of the biggest reasons you don't go Perfect Agony is, there's 2 reasons you don't go Perfect Agony, or that it's poorly balanced, or whatever people like to say. One is you have to invest a whole bunch of crit chance into that. Well, we knock out a ton of that with the tincture. 2 is you would normally just get poison chance and dot multi together. So like wheels like this are really valuable because you get a bunch of dot multi and poison hit chance automatically. And wheels like this one too, and even potentially this one. But this is circumvented when you use this body armor. So now we get 0 with this body armor. We get 0 value out of a poison on hit nodes, which we might want to chase for their dot multi stat, except we don't want to because we go Perfect Agony. So so basically, Perfect Agony, this body armor, and this tincture, all huge hugely complement each other for this build. Because again, we get the crit from the Tincture, we get all the poison hit chance off the body armor indirectly, and we're scaling crit with Perfect Agony, which Bose is already primed for anyway, in general. So we can see, like, my crit chance. 32%. Now it's 62, but it's actually like 100% with all buffs up. There's still other conditional things that aren't met here. Light of Meaning is a bit expensive for a League Start item, but it's very, very strong. Helps fill in the gap because the build is not really great on the percent increased damage multiplier, and this really helps smooth that out. My hope was that this would feel like a pretty good... good Legion Dune farmer. I can run hexproof, doesn't mean anything. Monsters don't take extra damage from crits is also fine for this one. Yeah, the Soul Eater is fun. Sure. Oh yeah, it's really fast moving because I'm using Phase Run and Withering Step at the same time. Alright, Tincture's on. There's no Soul Eater. You can see they're shock capped there. A lot of my crit capping comes from bleeds. Could be bleeding the enemy. So I have to actually take hits. See, the Soul Eater is up. Obviously, when the Soul Eater stacks went way beyond 45, this was stronger. It's also pretty laggy. Scourge Arrow Menace itself is pretty laggy. It's got smoother clear, but because it's like poison, but it's, you know, the problem is that you gotta get hit by everything. Like right now, normally I would not take any incoming damage here because I would just be freezing everything. Wouldn't matter. But in this setting, I have to be tanky enough to not die here, so that's... like, I could die right here. It's possible. So it's just a huge weakness of the build. It's certainly got faster like it's much stronger at Legions than the Poison Detonate Dead build last league. So that build had stronger tankiness, to be fair. This one does have some tankiness. Like, it's got Flesh and Stone, and it's got Dark Scorn, full cap Chaos Res, and a few things like that, but it's no more than twice as tanky as the glass builds we were running a minute ago. Interestingly, at some point in the next few days, I'll show you guys the Wilma's Ballista Totem version of this, which is really cool build because it gets a double dip on cast speed and attack speed off of Soul Eater, as well as Adrenaline. I used Tanu Ahi on that build, as well as Onslaught, as well as Haste and Val Haste. So basically 5 separate buffs that are double dipping off cast speed and attack speed for the Totem version of this build. And that build is actually kind of popular. You can see it, not that exact build, sorry, but a variation of that build is popular. You can see it. There are people who run Pathfinder version of a Wilma's Scourge arrow, but not with Adrenaline or Soul Eater, actually, so it doesn't take advantage of that much. Why not use Ice Fang Orbit? I mean, I might if I didn't want to blow 2 separate ring slots, one for that and one for like reverse chill. But I don't feel like that was worth it. I looked into it for like a second. But I'll show you like a mini boss. Yeah, the bossing damage is not good. It is better on the totem version, but it's not that good. I didn't do Legacy of Frisia. This boss might have like a whole bunch of extra Chaos Threads, I don't even know.
Come to feed me, Cold.
That's max DPS. I can't do any more than that. Well, look how slow he is. The Grasping Vines is pretty funny. That does actually slow him down massively. It's not terrible, but it's... I really wish it was strong. It has so many cool... I mean, the way I like to make builds is I like... I take something I'm familiar with and I think of an extra interaction that might be cool with it, and then like I try to explore all kinds of ways to pump it up and do some really cool stuff with it, cool synergies. Preferably things that have some actual practical application. This build has a lot going for it in those terms, but it's just not strong enough to override, you know, the other couple builds we're looking at. Unless I'm missing something, I don't know. But there is a case to be made that the Wilma's Totem version is good. I'll try to find it so I can link it to you guys. Buried somewhere in our Discord. I have a hard time searching my own Discord. I think I might have it. Yeah. Alright, so we'll kind of look at this in a second here. This was a crit Scourge Arrow of Menace Totem Warden. So you can see it here with Wilma's. This makes it so you double dip off the effectiveness of buffs like Adrenaline, Onslaught, Haste, Val Haste, and Soul Eater, because they give an equal amount of cast speed and attack speed. And this makes your totems attack insanely fast. You can use this with Scourge Arrow or Scourge Arrow of Menace. Scourge Arrow of Menace is going to be more responsive. One of the cool things about this build idea was using Blood-Soaked Blade so that the tinctures actually drain life without having to actually lose energy shield. It has about 60% uptime on that, so you do get some pretty reasonable like adrenaline. And all of this hinges on having enough damage with the totem, because you use the mastery. The only way to get any real damage, because you yourself can't do any damage, is use this totem mastery. Fizz damage dealt is leached to you as life, which is it's a little bit iffy doing enough damage for that. Sorry, these notes do not apply to the spell. Whoops. Anyway, I like the phase run automation. Actually, I guess this one isn't fully updated. I was using it with the other thing. Oh yeah, here I was using, this was a popular thing other people were doing. Raise Spectre, meets Shield, Guardian Blessing, Malevolence. Sometimes get Malevolence up. A lot of extra damage. I did not have Malevolence in that little test run you saw. Then there's Rain of Arrows that does no damage, but it gives you power charge on crit, put Despair, and Tempt Chains. Or you can get Tempt Chains corrupted on the gloves, which is actually pretty easy to get early in the league, honestly. And then Mirage Archer, which allows you to run with phase run really conveniently. Like, just it's actually 7 attacks per second is the Rain of Arrows of Saturation cast speed. So it's like super fast attacks, and you just kind of run. Part of the problem though is that I like outrun the totems with, I don't even like see what they're doing behind me. So it's kind of weird. It sort of has the potential to be like a boss rusher, where you would literally just run through hordes of enemies and they can't attack you because they can't, you're running too fast, like a heister. It is a really interesting build idea though. I was just kind of bummed that it didn't end up being quite strong enough. I don't like totems well enough. I feel like the totem version probably is strong enough, but I just don't like totems enough. But some of you might be interested in this if you like totem builds. There are a couple of people in the Discord who were interested in it. What I just showed you was self-cast Scourge Arrow of Menace, just not strong enough, really. You'd have to like really want to play that build to justify doing it. Just to give you guys a sense of how it's not strong enough. You just saw me do that, right? Well, let me go log into this other character of mine. League Start Tester Assassin build. This is a very underrated build that I came out with last league. Actually has like a max fizz hit of like 30,000 EHP. And this thing can actually boss. A weird craft. Regular crit chance roll doesn't mean anything, but got a pretty rough gear progression curve too. You go from like unearthed to level 30 skeletal archer, whatever it is. Oh. Ugh. Wait, what? Oh my god, I missed that one. Punishment kicks in. Can actually survive hits off that guy. This wasn't necessarily the absolute best version, but, you know, it's got things like Warlord's Mark. So actually endurance charges, doppelgangers, guys. It gets its leech this way until you get Doriani's Institution. Or whatever it is. Doriani's... That cluster notable gives you elemental leech. Lionized Paws for triple curse, despair, punishment, and temp chains here. You get the adrenaline off of Coriolis's Drain. And or life tap anyway. You get life tap, Warlord's Mark, life tap, Blast Rain, life tap, Desecrate. Kind of a cool bow link. Ordered by cast on crit. Rain of arrows. Unbound ailments. Elemental focus. Detonate deck chain reaction. Increase crit damage. Inspiration. Actually, I have to get the poison on hit. Got a pretty cool passive tree. Like a moon shape. Also a perfect agony build. I really enjoyed this build. It's not all that great at Legion. It was actually very good at perma T17 delirium farming because it could actually survive hits, inbound hits taken from monsters in 100% deli. T17 could actually do the abomination boss in 100% deli with no headhunter buffs, preferably on the stronger version of the build, but the final version was this one. This was pretty cracked. Oh, I was thinking Desecrate before. Yeah, Unearth here. That other one. This is the endgame version.
Business.
Wait, is the league still going on? This league is still going on. What? That's crazy. How? How is this league still going on? I don't even remember where the keys are. Where did the keys go? Uber keys are here? I thought they... Let me see what happens to this guy. I wanted to put an Uber in, but... Yeah. Let me find, I don't know, maybe... Actually, I can't... I don't know if I can even afford an Uber. Without liquidating. Keepers.
Well, make it happen.
Okay. Uber Eater. You're having a hard time with elemental hit on the spectrum in terms of damage survivability? That's so gnarly. What the fuck? So much damage. The closest I've ever come to making an Uber bosser, guys. LOL. Yeah. Actual Uber bosser. Look how strong that is. Not that far removed from like ultra endgame mirror tier tornado shot warden. Not as strong, but this thing, at this point, this build has like 60k max fizz hit or something like that. Actually got a lot. I have a lot of what's my armor? I don't know, buffed is like, I thought it was like 70k buffed. Maybe I'm cooked. I might be using like a glacier version, I don't know. Had this, yeah, fizz damage reduction, armor on determ, fizz damage reduction here. Enduring composure, that's right. That was really fun making this build. The most, probably the most out there different bow build technically bow build that I've ever made. Certainly not a conventional bow build at all. Original inspiration came from a Jungrown build. Cast on crit, poison, detonate dead with the gloves. Those gloves have that terrible downside. Cuts your poison duration in half. The assassin got that shit unlocked. This ascendancy's so good for it. All damage can poison. Toxic delivery is super strong. The Giga Strong elusive coming in. No extra damage from crits taken. Jugular and knife in the back combo is crazy. I don't know why people shit on the assassin rework. Certainly was impressive here, and I came up with some other decent idea with explosive concoction poison. So I'm pretty sure with the assassin is stronger than any version of poisonous concoction out there. I mean, what's stronger than poisonous concoction? Explosive concoction. If it 100% could poison, that'd be stronger. Yeah, pretty sure. So, maybe not defensively though. Don't have the Pathfinder defenses. Real ninja power with the raid. What up, dude? 6 guys. Hey man, we were just kind of winding down, but since you guys just came in here, I'll show you. Working on ice shot, or elemental of the spectrum. Showing off some poison builds too, but doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Tinctures, warden stuff. I'll show you guys. I guess a T17 League starter bow build capable of doing T17s. What? What? Actually, that one's gonna be fine. Dangerous map, but easy if I don't die. I don't have a build for Pathfinder now.
My mana.
The monsters can't hit me. I just walk through unimpeded. Not counting the inspired learnings, this is a... Well, my bow's a little strong here, but otherwise this is like a 10 to 15 div budget build right here. Oh. Did I actually die from 100% there? Crazy. I don't usually die from the beam 100. Oh, I guess that's a extra as extras kicking in. Ooh. Alright, whatever. You're wondering why he doesn't look like he's doing anything. It's because he's moving at 50% action speed. And then he's retardedly targeting my minions, which are mirror arrow, bombarding club. He just targets them randomly in the middle. He becomes the boss. The boss AI is really dumb on this build. Yeah. Yeah. The bow is stronger than, because this bow alone is probably. Here's the thing, though. Especially this league with the tree, this bow is nothing special. Even on like day 1 or day 2, it's not really that special. I know it might be hard to believe, but that tree just spits stuff like this out like crazy. The thing is, nobody would actually probably go for a bow because nobody plays bows. If you are really fast, like almost racer fast, then you could achieve this. If you did a 24-hour session straight and you're somebody who gets like 2 stones in, 8 hours or whatever, yeah, this is day 1 viable. This is like pro plays. Another streamer would have this on day 1 probably. For the vast majority of us, it's more like day 2, day 3, even if you're fast. But yeah, this rare, this is nothing special. These boots cost nothing. Quiver costs nothing. Amulet costs nothing except 2 div for the anoint. The tamings, actually these tamings are better than average. These are like 2 div, 3 div tamings maybe. And they're not perfectly rolled, but they're pretty high. The fledgling, I don't think anybody cares about this now. At this point, it's like a 1 div item. Maybe. Like the first 5 that come out are like 5 div and then it just drops instantly. It's off heist. 6 linked, here he's Ire's 3 div. And then I don't know about the bow. It could be anywhere between like even 6 linked. It could be anywhere between like 2 to 6 divines maybe, I don't know. It doesn't have extra arrows. Honestly, I can't remember what a fracture like this cost before. It was like T2 fracture. I have a different bow that's set up that's cheaper, that's a little worse, like a multi-craft. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna suggest the bow craft moving forward, though. Yeah, I don't really know. Path of Building is linked in the description of the stream. or right here. If you're on Twitch. But yeah, it was a very late stream for me. I'm already signing out. I'll send you guys off somewhere though. For sure. I've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes on these different builds. So we have Last League's Assassin, Detonate Dead, Poison. We got a couple of Scourge Arrow Menace builds that I've worked on that I'm probably not going to do. But a Totem version and then a self-cast version, Wardens with Tinctures. Then we got the Elemental Hidden Spectrum, which I made improved upon it even more a little bit. There's not a whole lot of room left to improve on that build, but yeah, it's so much better than Deadeye. Oh my god. If you try to do what I just did, like if I took the same caliber of character and tried to do what I just did in that T-17 Fortress, I fail. Most people would fail it. First of all, you wouldn't even get to the boss without dying. Probably a few times. Especially on like a double as extra map. And then the boss is moving at 100% act. Well, I guess he'd be moving at like 80% action speed rather than 50%. He'd still be chilled. But you don't have, like, the Deadeye has like half the DPS or something like that. Single target. If that, it's probably like 40% of the DPS. It's bad. Got better clear though, for what it's worth. And then I'm also trying Ice Shot. If you want to see what was going on with Ice Shot, they do have a legitimately decent Ice Shot build. It does not do this much damage, single target, especially with the fledgling. It does over half the damage though. And its clear is arguably better because of the whole like split arrow thing. It's using Fury Valve. Ice Shot of penetration. There's an interesting build. I want to revisit that. I really would like to do that because then I can streamline Fizz to cold conversion tornado shot real nice and smoothly. Transition to that. But, you know, I can only justify that if it's not way weaker than Elemental Hidden Spectrum, and that's, I mean, we're flirting with the cusp of that argument there. Definitely weaker overall, but if you're willing to spend more time doing Legion Dunes, maybe not. Play more with this build. My account? Oh, well, account name. The tree is staying, by the way. Somebody asked earlier. The breach tree, but it may get nerfed to the ground, so you don't really know. Oh, Diablo 2 Resurrection is going on. I see. I'm gonna raid Tatiento. What's he doing anyway? Hardcore SSF. Did I like the Keepers League? No, I did not. Core game sucked. League mechanics sucked. Which is unbelievable to me that a breach league mechanic would suck, but somehow it did. I spent all my time doing Delirium. T-17s, farming eye level 84 clusters, which I do like. But I did it way too much last league. My character was really good at it though. Anyway, on Twitch, we're rating Tatiantel. Enjoy his stream. On YouTube, we're signing out. I'm going to try to be on tomorrow, earlier than I was today. I'm quite busy the next 3 days, but I should have some time tomorrow evening. Like 20 hours. 16 hours from now, I guess. Yeah. So, we'll try to see on. Then we'll do a little bit more of this stuff. It's fun, testing all these different bow builds. Bow Messiah back in the house. Let's go. PoE 1. Pray the next league doesn't suck. New trailer's out. Mirage something. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.